and we will be looking at Proverbs 5, verses 1 to 9. Let's look at verse 1. My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Lend your ear to my understanding. Now, first of all, the title here, what this is all about, is the advising father and immoral woman. My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Lend your ear to my understanding. So first, this is the beginning of the message the father is telling his son. So here, he's asking his son to listen. Yes?
What does lend mean?
Lend means to give.
Yes. Lend means to give all his attention to his father. So, verse 1 is asking his son to listen. He's first getting the son's attention. Verse 2, it talks about the benefits of a father's advice, that you may preserve discretion and your lips may keep knowledge. So you may know what good from bad, and you may know stuff. You may understand. Can anyone tell me the meaning of knowledge?
Knowledge is to know something.
Yes. Let's say you have knowledge. Let's say you have knowledge of how to build a house. That means you know how to build a house. So, and your lips may keep knowledge, how to know something. Knowing something. That's knowledge.
Like your lips will speak knowledge?
Yes, your lips will speak what you know. Let's look at verse 3. For the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, but in her mouth is smoother than oil. Yes.
What does immoral mean?
Immoral means extremely evil. So drip honey means honey is very sweet. So her lips drip honey, which means that she talks very sweetly. She's very deceiving, and she talks very smoothly. Oil is very smooth, right?
Mm-hmm. She flatters people.
Yes.
Seductress?
Yes, she is like the seductress. But I also think that, what if she is the seductress? Now, let's look at verse.
Verse 4?
Yes, verse 4. In verse 4 it says, but in the end she is as bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Now, can anyone tell me what is wormwood?
I think wormwood is very bitter.
Yes, wormwood is very, very bitter. One thing that I know is that when Jesus said he was thirsty on the cross, they gave him a bitter drink. Yes?
Is it because they hated him?
Yes, they hated him. Let's look at verse 5. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lay hold of hell. The truth is, she is the way to hell. If you follow her, you are following the path to hell. So don't get deceived by her. She talks very smoothly and sweetly. The truth is, she is the way to hell. So her feet go down to death. She is also the path to death, to hell. She is the path to death, and she is the path to hell. Let's look at verse 6. Lest you ponder her path of life, her ways are unstable. You do not know them.
What does ponder mean?
Can anyone tell me that? What ponder is?
To think about very deeply and consider it.
Yes, correct. So lest you think about what she does, you think about her lifestyle, you will not know her ways. Yes?
Does it mean that you think about all the good she's doing, but you don't know her ways of bad?
Yes, that's what I think so. You are correct. Let's look at verse 7. Therefore, hear me now, my children, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. So, the Father is saying to listen now. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me now when you are young, so that when you are older, you will stay in that path. That's what verse 7 says. Let's look at verse 8. Remove your way from her, and do not go near the door of her house. So your way is what you do, what your lifestyle. If you are close to it, then you are close to what she does. Remove and follow. Do what is good. Do what is right. And do not go near the door of her house. Don't even think of going there. It is very dangerous. So don't go in her path. Don't think of going there. Yes?
What if you think of going there but you don't?
Don't even think of going there. Yes?
Is the door to a house hell?
No, she is the way to hell. She's the way to hell. If you follow her, you are following the path to hell. Let's look at verse 9. Lest you give your honors to others, and you use to the cruel one. Now what? Who was the cruel one? Can anyone answer that?
Satan.
Satan?
Yes, it is Satan. You are correct. Lest you follow the cruel one, lest you follow Satan. You use to Satan. Lest you give your honor to others. You honor evil people. And you use to the cruel one. Your years is your life, right? So you live for Satan. You live for Satan if you follow the path. So about this, if you give your years to Satan, the cruel one, I think this is like you're a witch. So does anyone think, I think that a moral woman could be a witch. Right? And a moral woman could be a witch. Right? And a moral woman can be a witch. That's what I think. Now, an immoral woman. So immoral means very evil, yes?
How are witches real?
You might see witches in some. You might see kids dressed up as witches in Halloween, but you do not. But they do not know that witches are actually real people. And Halloween is very evil because witches celebrate on Halloween. They celebrate Satan. They celebrate his demons on Halloween. So witches are very dangerous. That's why it could be witches, because immoral women are evil people. Witches are evil, are women who play Satan. So the immoral woman could be a witch because she gives her years to Satan. Yes?
Should witches always be women?
Well, people who use magic, women who use magic, to be specific, are called witches. I think the men who use magic are called wizards. So, she is very evil. Now, right now, I'm thinking of a woman who is very evil in the Bible. She might as well be demon possessed.
Is it Jezebel?
Yes, Jezebel. She was demon possessed. She died a very horrible death. She was pushed down the palace stairs by her own servants.
The dogs.
Yes,
Very.
it's a horrible death. But that was like the death of the man who they stole the garden from.
Naboth?
Yes, Naboth. He was thrown outside the city,
And stone.
stoned. I think the dogs ate him up.
Just like Jezebel?
Yes, just like Jezebel.
It was a prophecy by Elijah, right?
Yes. I'm also thinking, so Jezebel is very evil. I'm also thinking of another woman. I think she's very evil. I think her name is Delilah. She deceives Samson. She deceives Samson. She deceives him. I don't know what happened to her, but for sure, I think she died very horrible because she deceived the one who was supposed to deliver the Israelites from the Philistines. So there are many examples of evil women in the Bible, and young women should not grow up to be like them. There are even examples of evil women now. You can look at them by yourselves. And you can study and see how they're really evil. Thank you.